Gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. January 11th, 2023. By Monday, if they not release Edmond Abu, we they do the last message and come and cash in a suggestion. If not agree, we not agree. Monday we do the last message. Until they release Edmond Abu, we not they do know what's up. And only the people not for buy no top up. Everybody love we be. Gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. January 11th, 2023. Today is January 11, 2023. Beautiful day. Salon people, God is good. We don't wake, we see another day. You know, Marabio, President Bio, in administration, barely gets about 75 more days. Or 74 days, comrade, correct?
74.
74 days. Thank you, comrade. 74 days, 9 left. You know, Salon people, let me say that 74 days, we no say na in a proper governing no more. But after that, the rest na campaign period. Marabio still a president, oh, na take June 24, 2023, when the next commissioner, as difficult as he get for before him, we see all the games where he don't play, all the kuku jumuku, but we get for announce the new president the next day or two. And that day, Marabio receives for being president in Sierra Leone. But for now, till to that day, when they announce the new president of Sierra Leone, Marabio still a president. You know, some people will say that things they are critically because, you know, we know other people and they get certain information, you know, misconstrued under no circumstances, right? And that is the point we try to make to everybody. Let people understand, say, yes, 74 days now left for Marabio as president. But election don't come. You don't say we get this day. We only look forward to this day. Some people have not a man get for tell person again. Everybody knows say the SLPP administration, they not only fail with fiscally in terms of, you know, the thieving, you know, the corruption, but they fail with in respecting our basic fundamental human rights. You know, for like you thief people, you know, now one, you deprive them of their liberties. Now two, you know, gonna make we suffer. They won't talk back, you they beat we back. But you thief we tell you say you the thief we. Won't talk you kill we. Won't talk you arrest we. Won't talk you go lock we up. When people protest, you kill them. You call them terrorists. Now you country, inside the country of Bath, you still get democracy. People them for speak up. In a democracy, like in China would they, or Russia would they. But this I say democracy. Power of the people, for the people, and by the people. The government derives its legitimacy, its authority, and its power by the people. Some people, anytime they announce an election, who doesn't tell no more now, why we not for vote these guys out? But we cannot do it by ourselves, some people. We're not going for do it by we save the people. We need leaders them for stand in front of we the people. Them messages they already talk so. Now when leaders them stand up, when I remember President Bio, when they're in opposition, I get interviews upon interviews, VOA and they use the international community, SLPP use them. They use the social media very well. When I see where people like the Kanda you can they all inside the picture. They can distract we. Take we away from not seeing the SLPP. I don't see Marabio safe. I swear to God, I want 2018 campaign. I don't look Marabio inside because I don't say it not gonna be president of the country. Day. So Marabio not to be me, it not be before you. That Kanda Yumkela house then distract we. Kanda Yumkela break away from the SLPP. On all of the story today. Because they don't allow them. And we see how they treat her wrong. They treat her wrong. They all go grease and not treat her fine. So we peace by him, my man at the party office, lock the mouth for them. That ain't not fine. We see him, we not give him man the fair chance, fair opportunity. Can distract you completely. We say, okay, can him now work for president? Like me, that's what I say. I say this man he go fat. When I hear him, when the team up, when the champ that con, like I come record say like a monkey. When the champ that con, dry one. And the other said he agree.
For so long.
Yeah, thank you. We're monkey angry. In this actually, we come up from the SLPP. Now NGC can the because we know man we will not look political party. We look at the caliber of the individual. But we don't see this SLPP so God nothing that can distract we. We break away from SLPP in the name of saying, no, not possible again. Because the SLPP as a political party, where you put them together, Not so they all low because you want to a good. But when we put them together, these people are good for country. We go back all the way from 1965, all the way come. We see how the SLPP destroy Salon de la today. The rebel war gets now SLPP people left. These are SLPP individuals that then go start the rebel war. We see them inside Salon.
But in fact, Salon problem will get what make one that better, right? Because that the first political party when they handle by the country, will they come from the colonial masters. And we see even within themselves how they fete Samuel Magai. How it that you know that I got na sabi na who born the sinner na kill and the boys and put them because he not be the dance to them that much. Albert Magai in 1964, from 64 now. He got bad law in 1965. From the 67, he be the person inside the military for put the inside politics. So in 1960, perfect part so the police and the military. From there, whether era pass, we still in 1965. When they come back in 1960, they go to come and they begin kill people and begin target people from tribe, from region. You know, they begin target the military. They born the AFRC. AFRC then called them the January 6. So every time they came in, probably they look at in 2018. After all the war on the look at 2018 as in council, you don't see as the election being kill people in an area, rape women them, burn people in houses them. So their pattern of ruling is not helping. So anybody when they think, you know, because people are always they like critical policy, look SLPP from when no rules are done. This are the short time no look to happen. Instead of now get the criminal like instead of we get through their management affair for let them patrol government in 1967, so they put them into politics. Instead of 1996, then they can't get the Kamajo, they work hard to future. 2018 was what's happening now. So every time they came in, it the big problems are not going to crisis. So therefore understand that track record. We don't hate the party, but the mentality of them now is because the mentality not for united country. Now for come marginalize all man, one tribe, if they didn't have power and therefore look what they do, what over that to them, I can no see, we don't know policeman last again. The same thing at a point, they say if we join power by foot because that's in the power. And then in the power they do blatant thing there, people in life not safe because they no say that they in the power. This is a fact.
Comrade, they do them and continue for do them because then they get away with them. You know, comrade, you see, remember when you talk about 1967? You remember when, you know, Nameka, they look this opposition, the people of Sierra Leone, they remind you of anything there. You remember 1967, we make them call us like Kuroma Agbashetani. When Shaka Stevens, this Albert Magai of SLPP, where he tell APC, say APC not for going inside Kailaun. You know, can you imagine in a democratic society, it says APC not for going inside Kailaun. Like when they do Satalamin, when they rape Satalamin because they say it supports APC inside Kailaun. Not to today begin, now I make Uga for make sure so they crush the back accordingly. 1967, where APC go, it's almost a lorry inside Kailaun. Now in the SLPP, this is about my guy, then people them. Then go, because they say the bridge when they get, now tick then put today. Now they pull the tick where all the APC talk they don't inside. Now they pull the tick them behind them. When they pull the tick, so the APC people are not going for left. APC lost lives, but inside the same Kailaun back, almost 100 people were there inside and that. From that 10 day. Now in then call us like Kuroma Agbashetani. Because they go challenge, they say inside this country, the world get there. No sign on the way time they get this here. When are we here? Nobody really can answer. From then 10 day, Albert Magai, this guy. Now in playbook, now in the SLPP Kawit, so now in Madabio and Kawit, so 30 day, the David Francis them, then bring that playbook there. But this is 2022. I swear to God, now I make comment like take them very personally, but like I would say, we need discuss that thing now, we go left arm. But them politicians, where they 4-5 years, not say anything, where they don't say nothing to challenge this SLPP, they watch and kill with people and everything. But now money they come out and say this and that. But these are the days where the APC was APC. Shaka Stevens, them, Esai Kuroma, them, Sierra Leone, them, all of these people, them, when they stand up, 974, they say, we close this case. 1967, they count 15 Land Rovers there. 15 Land Rovers for the APC party. Each constituency gets one. Now the 10 people realize, well, the APC get life. People not afraid again. Then come out and there they say, wait, the APC Shaka Stevens, they win the election, they 1967 elections. We make the APC team up and take control of that country. From that time, take to 1985 back. When I see the coup after coup, after coup. So they're looking for position today. When they send man and go coerce parliament, they disappear. He didn't look for position today. Mother building a VOA all over. You know, there is this guy in a VOA, Peter Clotty. I don't understand the relationship with girl president Bio communicator. That's something like you want to talk all the time. But when you look at this guy, now he don't interview Mother Bio from 2016, 2017. Today, any interview Mother Bio on a VOA. Nobody else on the interview Mother Bio. If I like get exclusive rights to the president. So like the question and get for pick what they ask, what you know they ask. But you know, it's one thing for another. We'll go discuss that later. I don't want to focus to us passions there.
If I have no doubt, if you like use Hassan Haruni, we in the demand them use. for the outfits against for demonize APC in a very wrong way. If I'm not surprised, that man they in the money the thief, not so the thief and for then able to solidify themselves. That's something so that's a platform them. If money can influence anybody,
absolutely
no mistake, money can influence anybody. So him getting that man on that platform, Ibrahim, no doubt it must be for a reason.
I'm telling you
consistently,
yeah,
for 5 years, one Liban for interview person for 5 years consistently, like not a person all day. So that tell you say it's not a genuine thing. Now you plan by them. So you can accept and now we did. The only thing we let them know say for every interview they do, we take notes about the people of Sierra Leone, exactly what's in that pass with the man. We know exactly what's in happening.
Absolutely.
And you see, then they give the man chance, say, camper, we can, and this is what they ask you, and this is for answer. They know that this answer. The question, they don't have the answer. Not to make Hassan Haruni from where you go do Nango moderate that 2017 presidential debate from that end to date. You didn't say the moderate was alone business.
No.
The question time is alone. But now other people they talk about even in Sierra Leone. So that's it because the whole like cabal like cooked up between Hassan Haruni with Umar Fana Trade during APC. Every interview was alone. Hassan Haruni and Umar Fana. That have been constantly go 5 years back. Hassan Haruni, Umar Fana, every 5 years.
Absolutely.
Every 10 years, every 10. Until they succeed in mission for demonize, instead of using platform get BBC now for use them, they broadcast negative thing there about the country. You know able to pull. This Ibrahim, this is very disheartening. Hassan Haruni, able project can allow how been there 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago. How that would be done? How can I be done? Pull up, how can I be done? Pull, how can be be done? Even pull your home to have been time, pull off return in time, the peninsula, that Jewel road, all that pull and the show the positive side of Salon, it just show the negative side. Where they want to drinking water, and then village, you mean no submission and go pull that kind of video. They no go show canal to we pump the do, they no show corner we pump the do, or the other side, and then go show that then village they win a footpath, we must send it to go and show.
Absolutely.
You see how that and they're so stage manager as you can say no more. President Nkrumah, I got sorry for him. I got sorry for him. I got the bless him because me, they make that kind of interview when I mean that the incumbent. You go so that in the day, and if by fact self, there are a lot of things only chocolate in the day. We just don't know what to see as the role they play for distress alone because I don't need to run the way we for all accountable to because the all play role is using platform for destroying the country, for propagate negative things. They not talk no positive things. Even like they say not to drink, road they say cosmetic. Everything he was on point to Umar Fana. Then the interview, President Nkrumah laugh self. Then go to BBC, then go to PZ, then work so full. But for 5 years this now, Hassan Haruni not get chance for ask for interview. The massacre, everything, even that August 10. That foreign journalists and they go foreign from Ghana and they go. Not equal knows the in 2012, right. 2013, 2014, 2015. So you see the level. So when they play something up there, if Ibrahim can pass MCC report on corruption, where they not pass any other government at the world, then can pass a passive liberty. We not after not kill a Panama road, they don't kill a Makini that Tumbo and Lusha, then passive liberty. So it's unimaginable. But I tell you how they don't go, they don't surround themselves. With that kind of mentality and one tribe and one from the political party, so they always protect the bad thing them, so they take it back. We back a fellow interview we want to talk corruption, they go take it from 2000 and how much. We say from 1990 how much. We don't want to talk about anything, then they always go back, then they forget about say no, now this is what I'm talking about. We then say fear don't then fella if I be some go do the shame. In Sierra Leone black for 6,000 fear. Now fear at 20,000. If all this any position, see I know could just comment that because maybe don't protest for. So there's no way we go to now along with 20,000. That's the point, Ibrahim.
Absolutely. Comrade, let's play one of the interviews the day we Mother Bio do with Peter Clotty back in the day. Just one of them. Let people hear which are the talk now.
The largest opposition party, Sierra Leone's People's Party. It was the country's military head of state in 1996. Bio spoke to viewers Peter Clotty about his vision for the nation and his confidence in the Electoral Commission to deliver a free, fair, and credible election.
We have worked very closely with this particular commission, and it is their responsibility to make sure that we deliver a clean election. So far, we've worked fairly well. We've had some concerns about some critical issues and they've addressed some of those. Some of them they are still have not been addressed. But in terms of relationship and dialogue, this particular commission, unlike the one in 2012 when I contested for the leadership of this country, is much better. We have told them that we want a transparent, free and fair election. It is left with them now, and we've been working with them, so I'm sure they will keep to their promise of delivering on their key constitutional mandate.
The IGP, the Inspector General of Police, came up with what some of your supporters are calling a unilateral vehicular ban during the election period. What is your take?
We are against it. But at the same time that they've decided to do this, we are fully aware of the fact that all government departments have applied for the passes that will give them the freedom to move about. And we know there is bad faith behind this particular decision. As the oldest party, the party who brought democracy, the party that brought peace, we have said vehicles have nothing to do with violence in this particular instance. As a matter of fact, people are going to need to move even within their own precincts to be able to vote.
So, going through the city of Freetown, a lot of people have expressed concern about politically related election violence. How do you communicate with your supporters and encourage other supporters who might not necessarily be calling about eschewing violence and not engaging violence during the election period and afterwards?
I've never lost an opportunity to talk about peace. I have a vested interest in peace in this country, and I don't think I will get votes by violence. As a matter of fact, our party thrives better when in tranquility, and therefore I have always, even yet as late as yesterday evening, spoken to my supporters and Sierra Leoneans in general to make sure that this particular election is violence-free.
As a former military ruler of Sierra Leone, what makes you uniquely qualified as the next president of Sierra Leone?
Well, I stand apart when it comes to the leadership of this country. Very seldom do you see people come around leaders, former leaders of their country. They will always keep away. But because of the track record I have, I have to keep away from people sometimes just to have peace of mind. I stand apart from all the rest because I have the benefit of hindsight. I led this country when it was at war, and because of the deliberate decisions I made insofar as the trajectory of this country is concerned, that is why we have peace today. I have come to the rescue of this country for the most part of my life. There was a time when we had one party rule in this country, courtesy of APC. We were the only ones who came forward, put our lives on the line, and we removed it and restored multi-party democracy in this country. When there was war, I went to the battlefield to fight. When it was not over, when I knew I could not finish it at the battlefield, I went on a diplomatic offensive, and I was able to make sure that peace returns to this country.
All right, comrade, I just played that interview. The people here, Marabio back in opposition, 2017, where they talk for say how in the role where don't play, the reason why he stand apart from all the other leaders that where they contest for presidency, now because now him bring peace. The time where the war they ain't going to the battlefield. When he no set up for finishing at the battlefield, he go into a diplomatic mission. He go travel for come and bring peace and restore peace in this country. When we say 1996, he makes soldier man and go and fire. He say elections. He say peace before elections. Now in Salon people they say no, why election? We'll get the peace later. 1996, where we use the proportional representation system. All of them till the day. I just keep putting here comrade for now remind Sierra Leoneans. The opposition delegate today with them. Whose interview did they take? Whose platform did they go? Then they go to VOA, then they go to BBC. Look at the people that they go to Morning Coffee. They within Salon no more. Then guy they not they go to the international community for taking case. How APC go win this election? Through magic? If you don't engage the international community, go talk about the problems of the people. Be the voice of the people. Talk about the issues that happened in the past 4 years. Talk about the malfeasance, the financial thievery and corruption. Talk about the violation of human rights. Bring these cases out to the public internationally. Now the same manner be this way threatening war. It saved them.
Where you look that press release where this guy been do, after we don't tell the president thank you, then it's in a big shame, which I know for that what dynamic fisher send us to 21 days na Palema Road, it's in a big shame to in the fisher, but it's still a go ahead for tell them see the strike action still stand until the further condition they met. The one we beat me imagination.
Comrade,
now we talk see.
Comrade, now give people an idea of what we're talking about. You talk about Edmond Abu now. You don't reach to Edmond Abu. You read that press release.
Edmond Abu, now talk about so now. Edmond Abu. We after they don't pull the now talk about. If you look at Ibrahim, you don't tell thank you. They start the ultimatum we they put one part is Ibrahim. You see,
comrade,
he said we can.
Comrade, read that. Read that slowly. Let people.
He said we can bonus student a promo, unlimited free cola calls enjoyed by consumers that was removed by the parliament, Ibrahim. And this beat my imagination.
Wow.
That was removed by parliament, be restored. So Ibrahim, you know what to make this beat my imagination? So all this what is also so now parliament that they will remove this step for the people. You know what Ibrahim? Then guys are government they give them more money for credit. Ibrahim, they know they suffer. Imagine, he said that was removed by parliament, be restored.
Comrade, now who's there that the way Abu pull that press release? Now who's there standing?
Well, I look at the date, Ibrahim. 24th October 2022.
Okay.
October 24, 2022.
Right on.
Just, those literally 2 months plus ago.
Yes.
Now it was.
Wait, tell me.
So I know say, now that press release we pull, if I don't get an answer, don't say shame on me. I make now, me say to go send an Palema for 21 days. You see, na contempt. But Ibrahim, if this guy can say the thing with enforcing force one way, right? He said all the promo, the free call, we parliament remove Ibrahim, not to say they remove and they're picking them all no they suffer from this thing. Then they gave beaucoup credit for talk comment they give them Ibrahim. If na parliament self go remove this tier, you know, it's all the talk about this thing, Ibrahim. Sometimes then they, even if it's not talk, not even measure parliament. Topic the way they draw you, we must talk about them. We must talk about them. Matter of fact, if you check now, so MP them would so man would say, "I don't know, look at the parliament, we fasting."
Yes.
We talk. We they talk. When they make complaint, they say they talk to the three arms of government, especially the parliament. When they go remove. They free things for school. My middle they send na batch state, they send na gas state, they send na Dove Court. Then picking there.
Comrade.
When they buy that cola, hey boy Ibrahim.
Comrade, if you get patient, if you able one more, comrade, read the press release. Comrade, we're not in rush again. Time is on our side. It's a lot of people now like vision.
Ibrahim, we don't need for it all. We just want to let them know no more. The main two we made them go lock that guy. Because the two main to make the log that guy, I don't say the two main thing, the one thing for that entire person, the sweet Fisher for that to say the shame of Fisher. Period.
Now in coming, I want to say no more. Let's read that side in full. Let people hear in your press release what he talk. Let them hear it, then they make a decision for themselves. Instead, they go explain so yes, I don't say, but let's read that no more. That side, they say, let's begin from the top.
He said, firstly, we want to thank the president for the swift intervention, for the reversal. And this reversal is a shame, it's a big shame to Justice Fisher, who has held the people judgment for more than 1 year, 2 months, in breach of Section 120, Act 16 of the 1991 Constitution. However, we want to inform the three arms of government, more especially the Parliament. If I'm emphasize, I say more especially the Parliament.
Thank you.
That the 21 days ultimatum still stands until the following demands are met.
Wonderful. One.
Ibrahim, you know, we can say why we are this way. We say more especially the Parliament. We can talk and say anything happen as alone now the Parliament to hold responsible and say what they for do.
Thank you.
Now not to be talking now anyone about that so. He said they inform the three arms of government, but more especially the Parliament. He not just say, you call the three, but say more. Especially the Parliament, because he believes that then they make law, that therefore sorry for the people there. It's a more especially pinpoint the Parliament. That you cannot today. But what in bit imagination, Ibrahim? Now when you do this way you do the first one we talk. You say the weekend bonus, the student promo, unlimited free cola costs enjoyed by the consumers that was removed by the parliament be restored back to the people.
Thank you.
That was removed by the parliament be restored back to the people. Hey, boy, Ibrahim, they are let them judge. This let them judge now. What we can talk. Say everything that happened as a loan from 1965 to date, the parliament are responsible. They're fixing a lie. We are this now. Na Edmond Abu, he say this the ultimatum stand until the parliament. Then when I then go remove voting the people and enjoy the rest back to the people and people who vote for yesterday, Ibrahim. Then put my memory and they vote for them. Then students are whether they son them vote that's for their constituency. Now they don't make so this thing they make so.
Absolutely.
Hey boy, Ibrahim. No. This is terrible for talk.
You know, comrade, if we take them back from the top, Edmond Abu do well. You know, he don't try with the watch him. You know, not so Edmond Abu be the protest under the APC for fuel against when they increased the fuel from 3,750 to 6,000 something. Hello, I think I lost comrade there. But I want to think Edmond Abu. Comrade, I lost you. Okay, I get you. Refresh me memory. No, comrade, refresh me memory. No, yes. Comrade, now go back. Now give people a history. Comrade, you rush into this matter. Now take us slow for people to understand how they come. So we don't get context yet for understanding Monabu in situation. Say they lock them up. Let them know. Say this guy don't say where they advocate. Now responsibility. I don't care if now APC or SMPP. Now the responsibility when in a civil society organization, it is your responsibility. So for anybody the challenge APC back, well, then go lock up because that is the stupid mentality of Sierra Leoneans. Oh, you never challenge APC because they're in party. Oh, you never challenge SLPP because they're in party. Would they watch that mentality they comrade? That is why I say we emphasize. Let people understand how far this guy don't they come up with their challenges there. You know, say no reach so delicately.
Just a quoting president Kumato, I see you go and no say you go from a bearing or outing. We say the only two is certain at this world, not die. No more certain. We be saying name is nobody. Ibrahim, anybody we a consistent in one great thing. Now 2 person inconsistent at this world. Now God a full man. God in the supreme being. Yeah. Inconsistent of what he do.
Right.
But we human being Ibrahim, even like you host something that you pick yourself for you do something pick yourself, you know, Papa, this way this you not fine. Or is that Papa? Or is that you know Ibrahim, because we always forget the nature of what we look at the wrong things and condemn them equally. We forget that courage. If you talk about APC, the past 10 years, we not be agree with. When SFP they don't do us talk bottom. Let me can always call back first the equivalent. They say in how they call the civil society itself, mid of the Renaissance. No, so
yes,
the Renaissance. They say then they call on everybody. They say fear not underpin the livelihood of human for bottom line. We agree, totally agree 100%. But I've been 6,000. I've been just 1,750 and President Kuma add. Now I say let all white black. Now in the work with the government, we then can meet at 6,000. Not can go 21,000. We go to 24,000.
Thank you.
It's still the work with the one defender. So if I'm not doing the morals. Now we believe in what he been, not so just for oppose sake, Ibrahim. Matter of fact, on the spot I resign and that you work. They say, "I'm not going to because I've not challenged Estari for this thing." There's no way you can now. We don't demonstrate for 1,000 they add. Then we can join una, but una they add over almost 1,000.
Exactly.
It's very clear, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
So it's very clear, but you see, what we could open them the waste on do open the waste. Do not see there. If you been there, you say that in a civil society, then from there. You demonstrate because they had 1,750 laws, we make the thing go to 6,000. You don't Canada, the government, who know that the black one, they say that fail underpin everything. Wait, man, that's not true. It's not mistake. Fail compulsory in the world, Ibrahim. We agree. Now, you don't think that the government, the work as the anti-corruption commissioner, they fail don't go, you don't go 7,000 no more. You not just go 7,000. You go first, you go to 24,000. Before that beginning, now that you don't come out to 21,000 Ibrahim. If a man doing get morals, it be not to say the man just for life, if let them get position. Ibrahim on the spot, I resign. If when I say that at 1,000 I said I left because maybe not demonstrate for 6,000 at this, so many will look at them. All that we are doing now for lie, blaspheme this, you know, that it makes alone no they ever get good thing because if I forget to say 10 years of an school, they don't write nothing good about it no more. 10 years they don't write anything good about it. So how you know now they don't they instead of not just postman. Joseph Sarro they go to postman for president. Even when he kills Evangelist Samson, instead of let die boo. Once we for defend people and life and property, say like die. We let them kill them, but we let them talk. Imagine all of them. The Vikirumo there. The day for to say Kurma and all sit down. Nobody do nothing. They're all well and Abu when they are thinking not consistent. And me like anybody be saying consistent and the wrong thing. Then you don't begin pay the price. Instead of begin no, what them do study them, you be fine because objective criticism, now fine. That them talk to now the trap of kit himself. It don't go. And more for follow. It don't go.
You know, comrade, Kashi just don't join me. Of course, Kashi no say we discuss Monabu in situation. Kashi has sent a press release where Monabu be pull October. It in the forum that we group. If you read them, it go give you more insight into how Fisher decide for take advantage of them. You see, then get this custom in this country. Hey, now George, for talk to George, for challenge a judge, So Fisher, because this guy posed a challenge to him. Comrade Kashi, if you look at the third paragraph on that particular press release, who said it give Fisher an ultimatum as a judge. So that challenge will challenge Fisher. And then, of course, firstly, he say praise President Bio. So this now between Marabiona and Fisher. So where Fisher say it praise Marabio for say President Bio don't reverse a decision where Parliament go make. Intel President Bio thinking at the first chapter, paragraph of the press release, you go see ane, Kashi, where he put ane, and then he go at the bottom, the third point where they give the ultimatum them, and they challenge Fisher, say Fisher forgive ruling within 21 days. All thing they did on the born Fisher in chest. Oh, he's Almighty Judge, now in a God. Then Judge, then you see Africa not they ever go before until we wipe out people like those. We get that mentality because then a judge or then a lawyer and feel say they better pass everybody else in our society. That is a fundamental problem we will get. Waiting Fisher do this guy na retaliation no more. Now just for prove a point for saying I mean like the judge, I get power. I can go ahead and challenge tell anybody say they lock this man up. Waiting Monabu for do in consortium, in native consortium, they should go back now the Supreme Court and go file charges against Fisher for retaliatory practice because this alone a can loss in law license, a can loss in law. If that's sober country, if in America this be because somebody challenge a judge, then go lock that person there up. It would not work. It not this stand. First of all, we not get civil society organizations now in a way in the United States and overseas. We get pressure groups there more or less, right? Where you go call them say the equivalence of civil society organizations, but it's more like pressure groups. Africa, we are big on civil societies because people not get freedom and they not say people are not educated enough for able to speak for themselves. So we rely very heavily on these civil society organizations that's alone. But in this part of the world, and then pressure group, then the people where they stand up say we believe in climate change. As an example.
Ibrahim?
Yeah.
Civil society and pressure groups.
Absolutely.
The civil society that they've done pressure group for pressure government. I mean, I didn't know what they change.
It's the nomenclature. Yeah, it's the nomenclature.
The same job they do. That pressure group against government.
Absolutely.
And we in a civil society, irrespective of the division we come out or the tribe we belong to, we have the pressure. That pressure group for like government to do the right thing. But if I'm not doing it for some pressure group, now then they go say you better let them kill this person, let them kill this bad guy, and they go make that this. We don't see one video where them go all civil society head the way now this one. This useless one. I mean not one constitution salon where them go meet President Bionabo, say the suicide of salon to go meet President Bio. I think last year December or the year before last, 1 December, they go meet President Bionabo. Panda Oba. Then go there, they make video all and say we don't have to meet the president. Civil society there. Then go for and all letting about school and then they all go. Say na Oba, all to go back. Then go miss a day. We don't say president they give food item to journalism. From that end they read and talk mumu. Then you know say all man don't mumu. Imagine Ibrahim. If you like him say for them come on there. President Bio, the money you don't if you know God not help you, he can bribe the entire country no matter the much.
Absolutely. That's a fact.
Ibrahim, I was just reading this press release. This is not the problem with morning, guys.
Yes, sir.
This is not the problem we get with we country, right? Now, when I get this, like Edmond Abu, they say, firstly, we want to thank the president for the swift intervention for the reversal. And this reversal is a big shame to Justice Fisher. Ibrahim, he said, because if you don't keep the case for over 1 year, 2 months, and stuff like that, you see where he say, now the president is bigger than the institutions in our country, Ibrahim. Where he say, you remember, again, it go back to parliament. Every time they say, we say, what the president wants, now you do. You remember,
right.
The only thing where reverse, you remember when President Biobwa increased, when they say, they forget, unaccountable interest.
Right.
The only thing that when President Bio feel because of the pressure from the people, now he self decides, say, okay, no, this is a political, trouble for me, make a reversal. But nothing on day with parliament or the judiciary. Remember, look, it is thank the president, but the justice, and the question, Ibrahim, if this man, Fisher, can sentence Edmond Abu 21 days in jail in Panembawood. What's the difference between Edmond Abu in case and like a contempt of court and Alfred Peter Conte?
Thank you. We're not saying Alfred Peter Conte go jail.
That's what different. Alfred Peter Conte, he blatantly do content the way in don't give instruction. In fact, he was past Edmond Abu. People and so on. So let me tell you something. Where you read the second paragraph after don't tell President you think he continue for continue for talk. See you want talk to the three arms of government, more especially the parliament. They say because now they remove that tariff to the people with the people enjoy, so they forgive the people in the parliament gas box. Imagine. So the parliament are in Barafan, then go remove and say, hey, when I pull all this tariff, because then they get free, then they give them allowance, credit, fuel. Say we post the guy and recognize the long government for enjoy fuel like government they give you. To pop the government they give you, and they determine how much of pop they give. They can determine the medical fee. Say they forget $15 for go medical. And they tell me back the credit so they're waiting for use able cash box. So they know they are affected. When they give you a month credit, they say, but we are not family.
Comrade, somebody did tell me one story. He said the MP, the way they sit on that. Like, remember, look, like the second paragraph, he said, however, like the end, the last chapter, he said, however, NATCOM, MPs, and other state institutions should learn to consult with their constituents and or do public engagement on tariff issue that bother on the livelihood of the people. Ibrahim, you see how this guy did disrespect parliament. Apparently, somebody be tell me about parliament. Say, if you don't take them, NATCOM and parliament, like when parliamentarian and you want to do the overview, then they begin to say, hey, but I don't call the minister, I tell them, we don't want to say they just see we no more quick. If you don't take them, remember the Minister of Information, we see the dodgy thing the way it do into this NATCOM. When QCell come, you remember like QCell be one kind of like can charge almost for I can't remember 150 leons or so, like per unit or so.
Right.
Force them or increase them to 500 according to Edmond Abu.
Yes.
Like these are all the things. If not accept the MP them, even when they go there, they work with the ministry, the ministers them for say just dash we know we need to stop.
Kashi, on that point, I get there is a video where they be do a live na AYV when Samuel Bangura interviewed this guy Tawa. Yes, and Tawa said something along that line where he say it is true. Say actually Samuel Bangura and I talking for say there is a case where you know of one institution where the members of parliament them actually they receive money from the ministry. Yes, for good perform the oversight duty. So I don't be. So you're right on that point. You're right on that point.
Yeah, they will be like, oh, you don't call the PS. Tell us you don't want to. You don't call it Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister, we don't want to. This is the game, right?
The country, sorry. But when we're talking things there, people feel say we come at this salon for we're talking things there because we're people we hate or get problem with. Like for say me and possibly meet up a woman business, so that woman will meet up and I make me at one point. It's like what the hell is going on? We talk about the lives of future generations yet unborn, and then you get them people that destroy the country now. So this is the problem we get with members of.
So we don't want to. Man, just give it number with
Exactly.
The masses, then they suffer for Biden credit. Una they take the poor people and back. Una they take the poor people and young back. Una eat them.
Exactly. All of this inside parliament. Inside parliament. Let's say we thief them, push the whole talk. They say no call parliament. Left them. No call them. Left them. Una say left them now. Hey, salon people them. They're sick, man. These people they talk them nonsense. You're sick. Because you don't understand the issues. When you understand the issues, you're going to say, these are the people for all accountable. Una they suffer for top up the country. Parliaments, they go approve with the government. They tie back against una the people. The parliament are the...
This is what we talk about as useless as these CSOs are, because I know say in your area, now for like economic, parity, equality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
However, it ought to also know say, like remember when the petrol price been to go up, this now the guy will be the talk say, oh yeah, we agree, like the petrol now the world increase. It don't even follow the trend for say I don't tell people Ibrahim, this petrol price with this one salon, then they rip people off badly.
So Kashi,
they charge people twice the amount of where they actually charge them as it is right now, Ibrahim.
Kashi,
the petrol price that the world right now, that the how they sell them, it below $75 per barrel right now, Ibrahim. In fact, right now, then they say it's not cheap. In fact, even in the UK, as I tell you right now, the minister will talk say, like some people will talk say, well, gas and oil and all that, they don't go below before pre-pandemic, before the pandemic.
Right.
They say so, like the supplier, the need for kind of like reduce the tariff prices. Right now, they need to put pressure on them. That is same thing in the world, Ibrahim.
Kashi,
so
you see that point? You see that point where you make, so it's very crucial and very critical right there, because when you remember, you always they give analysis about former President Nkrumah at the time when they sell fuel at a certain price, where it be 6,000, we make it raise to 6,000. There is no reason why Salon will not go back to 8,000 a liter per fuel right now. At least minimum 8,000. 8,000. But you know why, Kashi? You know why not go reach there? You know, say the IMF, you know, say the guy don't go take beaucoup debt and loan, and then they don't take away the subsidies. Society Cobra hat President Nkrumah Intawa by IMF say I need to take away the subsidies. And the only reason we make the price go from 3,750 to 6,000 Kashi, because President Nkrumah takes small more of the subsidy for them for meet up with the waiting and supposed for take care of with the IMF. But
Ibrahim, by the way, that side IMF push him because this was the reason for the austerity. You know, this is the reason why I make when we talk about austerity, like the meaning of austerity, and this is my anger, you know, towards like likes of Kel Falamara and all these guys when they come up right now, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
Because like, you know, this whole thing, like that 6,000 day, Ibrahim, the all of the subsidy were removed.
Absolutely.
All of the subsidy, they remove them completely. The only reason we make the subsidy be kind of like reduce a little bit, we go to 85%, or like now because the exchange rate be moved against the country. So now I make it be reduced back. But when they move them to 6,000, so in other words, Ibrahim, like realistically, and one thing, remember, the price at which they sell them right now in the world, it is below the pre-pandemic price when they sell them.
Right, before COVID.
Like, so they supposed to don't go back. So realistically, if Salon, remember, Ibrahim, President Nkrumah sell petrol at 3,700, the same way it be at $140 per barrel.
Thank you.
Because it be they subsidize them. You know, like you kind of like say, no, I cannot pass the burden to the people.
Exactly.
So that him be they pay on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Ibrahim. This is what people need to understand. And then when he remove her now completely, now it go to 6,000.
Thank you. So, and Kashi, that is the definition of austerity right there.
Sorry.
That is the definition of austerity. You saw you did so that point. That is the definition of austerity because they manage the affairs of the state for take care of the people. Now austerity.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
Ibrahim, you see, this is the thing. One of the biggest things them when they lie per APC about. And people like go feel say like not only defend people that were corrupt at the last government. No, that's not what we're doing. But when this government succeed for do, now for come and lie, paint a picture where no be ever exist. So then the thief, people are going to say, oh no, the APC for blame. Ibrahim, one of the biggest things that will come to the COI, you know what it? That I will kill commercial bank, where they bail will kill commercial bank, where they use like the oil money, like I don't forget like how they call them. The oil money, where they kind of like can buy like basing them and stuff like that.
Right.
They use that money there for bail local commercial bank. Ibrahim, you remember like one of the biggest things they say, and the Skomada use the oil money.
Yes.
They say that they can bail local commercial bank.
Right.
Ibrahim, I listened to Kelfala Mara in speech yesterday. I tell if I be doing yoga and they slap him, and say, buddy, wait till make you not talk about them thing there. He talk about that local commercial bank, how they bail local commercial bank. How they bail up. He said during in tenure. Now in the bail local commercial bank, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
This was one of the things that we use for life for the last government say. Then we see recently, even with the commercial bank, we see how the government take dividend. Take dividend and request from commercial bank. All things in there, we bring them to the people attention. Say, una look, they want the way they say, they use the money, they tip the money, for bail local commercial bank, but now they take dividends so we're equivalent to the shares where Anescoma been buy, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
But now they tell we say the bail local commercial bank. But all this while, all these years, you sat in that country. There are people that they talk say they tip the money when they take for bail commercial bank. You did not say anything.
You not say nothing.
Ibrahim, you see the pain?
And today, Rokel Commercial Bank is alive because of former President Nkrumah.
Yes, he mentioned it yesterday in his speech, Ibrahim.
Because of President Nkrumah. Now make Rokel Commercial Bank be alive and they thrive today. Rokel Commercial Bank is alive because of the Andy Kashi. And we Kashi will talk about the dividend. Now the returns on your investment. Basically, waiting they invest the profits after for themselves they get according to waiting they invest, the percentage of waiting they invest into the business, and they get their own small. So the government they make profit now from Rokel Commercial Bank, and people are getting jobs.
Of the bill with them
bail them out.
It's not of the shares with them buy.
Absolutely.
From that petrol money there. But
absolutely.
That petrol money there. Now, one of the biggest things that would accuse Anescoma of.
Yes, because these guys, Francis Benkaifala, nobody know what they talk. You see them, but they, for go school are one thing, but forget a broad idea of what some of these economic implications and things that we're talking about at the country in other thing. You specialty, which sabi, consult with people always sabi and talk to them. The same way they go after Dr. Samura Kamara as well with the Sarah Rutile thing, but then it was debunked and taken care of. The same thing I didn't do so. Kashi, you mentioned something earlier about Edmond Abu, and also we don't go fast, small way. You don't explain this thing, let people understand it here. I want to take note of these things we talk about. Edmond Abu, you say he talk something along the line for defending government with this increase in fuel price.
Yes, it did. Because the people say, we understand the reason why make like the petrol price now the wall and all that thing, and they Ibrahim. Go back to Edmond Abu. Yes, no, get me wrong. Now, guy, we don't try.
No, I agree. If I know points and things, they're not talking because don't put all things in the open.
Some calling ways them way, as always with these guys. And remember, the last time when they go to World Bank, like instead be part of the delegation. I do not know whether these guys find pleasure in going to like this World Bank summit. So because of that, they get to trade something. There is a trade-off somewhere for me to kind of like put them as part of the delegation. But Ibrahim, this guy, I don't listen to him once and two times. What it justify like the fuel price? The type of saying, I saw the world day. You see, Ibrahim, look, I do not care. What's that this country in him? I think.
Not to even we don't talk about this platform. We've been begin for praise the government. You want to try for defend them, but for defend them. Forget for talk say the fuel price that the world market they go down, why salary they go up. We can blast for them. We tell somebody say, for them say we your platform, we not care. For let you not talk today, misspeak today, tomorrow you can't change the statement. As far as for the betterment of the people, they will join you. Can't see any betterment of for the people of Sierra Leone. You are part of us already. Yeah. But we can't cause you. They come back against you. Meaning you don't come out. Now revolution effect. If na jungle, let they kill you for traitor. When you betray alone, can't see. So let me tell you something. Some of them problem they betray alone. So that they only present for pay. Now their life because then they cost many lives for go.
Yeah.
Comrade, that's a good point. Kashi, that's how we do so. When you talk about Edmond Abu, this is what I take from what you say. It's like, and this is no flack on him. This is just me trying to come up with an hypothesis. Now, it's like you pick the fight. Should I go against President Bio, or it's better I pick fight with then telecommunication company, that pick fight with parliament, that pick fight with the judge, but I not pick fight with the president. So let's support and cushion this president now. I wouldn't continue for the increased fuel price. But now use that now because I deal with the president. So if you look in press release, again, this nothing on harm. They do well. I'm just pointing out these things. Let them guy, I wanted to understand. Now, people like we day where they see them play there, we might not be correct. Maybe that was not the intention, but at least we want to put the idea out there. So you look and say, you see, firstly, I want to thank the president for reversing. So he is always on the side of the president, okay? And then it go after parliament vehemently, which every citizen has a right to do. It go after Judge Fisher. So you look now, you see how he take him. So Fisher and say, okay, the challenge president, but you can't challenge me. Now I go show you, say me like Judge, I get power. So this now, Marabio and Fisher now and get his fight. Let's see whether they win. So Edmond Abu, eventually at the end of the day, would I win? Was it, if for better, let go against Marabio, he left Fisher and type then, the judiciary? or it split, it reversed the role basically. But today Fisher win because now Fisher don't prove to and say, "I judge, you know they talk anything you want for talk, I want for talk, and no more, you go free. I'm going to deal with you as a judge. You know they challenge me now. So this is the mentality in the country. We'll get delegated.
Ibrahim, you see another problem for Met Fisher exercise, but again, the disparity of the judgments, them like the biasness of the judgment.
No, it's retaliatory.
Like
this one a retaliation.
The disrespect to the institutions, but in a very Edmond Abu. In other words, like in a way, the president. Yes, I understand and say Salon Constitution. The president can use the prerogative or whatever it is, but to what extent where it kind of like within like in the institution, like the this. Ibrahim, this thing will come with you always the talk. Like we don't need strong government, we need strong institution. Now, even like particularly that's it, no get respect for the judiciary. And Monabu do not respect you guys. You see? Now the president in the Teltenki, because when we get functional institutions, then Ibrahim, trust me, like people respect them. Even like you, Peter Conte do contempt of court. Wait till you do it.
A slap on the wrist.
You just get other option.
Yes.
But where Edmond Abu commits contempt of court, what you do?
And even exactly, even then we can contest that position there. Waiting at the line of contempt. Waiting at contempt. Outside the line there. The guy not fit here you. It tell you the fact as a judge. It say give you a ruling within 21 days. It condemn the parliament. We condone the nonsense for go against the citizens them where they suffer for buy top up card. Outside the contempt there. What's impossible for talking through again? As you talk through, so the judiciary only for contempt? Is that what it is? So we'll talk no man, for this is what you don't go on for almost years. We make the judiciary be the main cause of the rebel war. Ali Kabaden say, that's what we say. Now that make them go to bush for go start the rebel war. They say the judiciary, and the TRC report as well. Now the main cause of the rebel war, Ali Kabaden say the judiciary, they not be getting, they oppress them, then they suppress them, they don't get free speech, they don't get rights in the country. The laws were not working for the people. The laws were against the people. Now make them go start the rebel war. Now the same thing Fisher they do so now at this particular ruling now against Edmond Abu. Regardless of what Edmond Abu don't do, what he support, what he not support, he is a citizen of Sierra Leone and he get right for challenging institutions.
Say not only this press release, because this was written on the 24th of October.
Right.
Apparently they say he did a radio station back a couple of days ago. Could that have been the trigger to this whole contempt of court?
Possible.
I do not know.
For talking true. For stand up.
Interesting to know what he say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But is this a democracy?
We just have to go comparison. What is the difference between waiting Edmond Abu and Albert Peter Conte?
Thank you.
Clearly, or for citizens in all same Albert Peter Conte in a court, because if they expect say the lawyer where then at the ITGC should have interpreted certain things, but the lawyer self-confirmed to we say he tell Albert Peter Conte certain things that if they go against the ruling,
they find them guilty of contempt. So he using prerogative for say I go send this man to jail or not. But Edmond Abu, because he's vocal, it is speak up.
Yeah.
Now he violates the guy right. So Kashi, this is where in a society we go to and call boycott. We can throw the power now to the people. Salon people. Edmond Abu, law left say if they talk say the petrol price and this and that. But it affect phone when it comes to the tariff on a phone. On a know how expensive now for let you listen to message there on WhatsApp. We some take not take time. We say so go make up with mind. We say for 1 week because we need data. For the mobile company, I don't understand the impact of what you do. If they not release Edmond Abu in 2 days by the weekend, I think say by Monday we're going to boycott. The last message you go put. I'm just suggesting.
Like what you come with say, I think I agree. Like because we say they fight for anybody where they stand for. We don't care. Like what you come with they say, we don't care whether they push na black or white. As long as they push the catch Ayata, we fight with it. And I think like this is what we platform stand for. We fight for everybody. Yes, we criticize him when he said the wrong things to them. But Ibrahim, you know what? We fight for somebody. Like I think it's a great idea. We should boycott as well because people use the data for listening and then they pay for them in there.
Absolutely.
So I totally agree.
So when he hits the pockets, bruh, I swear to God, it's the most powerful tool where the people get. The people don't know. Salon people, I want to understand this. The pocket. Them mobile company have for respect to now. And you know you get for respect to now? That only the people for make a decision. Salon people for come together as one for once. When I go 1 week, let mobile company they don't get top up. They not buy top up from the one and day. Unfortunately, with brother and sister they go lost their job there. It get for trickle down the economy. The government will get income tax. But until then, only the people. This now Edmond Abu in life they don't know now. Una stand up now. By Monday, if they not release Edmond Abu, we they do the last message and comrade and cash in a suggestion. No, if not agree, we not agree. Monday we do the last message. Until they release Edmond Abu, we know they do know what's up. Only the people not for buy no top up. Everybody now we be. And also you get for make phone calls for your business and this and that. You need that data and this and that. But I swear to God.
Ibrahim, me, I don't even get second thought for now. I support. Because at the end of the day, I fight for the people. Because remember, if you don't then company na court for pay for the poor people and then post students they wouldn't use that free when they will browse for to check the internet for the exam then you don't go to find about like I go so. Remember, as we talk, let's talk and say anybody who is time to fight for the people, they will not care the battery day or the student will come out. As far as you fight for the people, they will join you on that day.
Absolutely.
Anybody who fight against the people, they will fight against you.
Absolutely.
So the people them. This fight now for Una. Now when I make Abu the good so 21 days for crime will not commit at all. You don't do nothing. So who said we won't wait for show solidarity. But the fact says me not to even Monday, me from tomorrow I need to join up any program.
Okay.
From tomorrow I need to join up any program. Now we want to show why they give me self for Abu.
We need for kind of like send a message, give them like a time lag for which they should act. So you know, me protest until the end of the week.
Me protest now. Me they start at tomorrow. Say
right.
I know they talk nothing at the join Abu na prison because I know exactly when there's any day how it look like. By the time we don't commit for the people that are sick. I identify myself with Abu. They go I go jail for foster. Cash box injustice for one is injustice for all. Me no they talk tomorrow now. I need to talk tomorrow na social media. I need to talk next tomorrow. I need to talk till Monday because the people then don't do for any stand up. This thing affects everybody. You in can for everybody. But affect Elmabu and SLPP.
Thank you.
Then I'm banting for SLPP. But the injustice now for beginning to
It's stand up for the people.
It's a bad president. Not safe again as alone, not lawyers, not civil society, not the owner of the person, not to woman, not to student them, not to the big student, the train the student naked, the cash safe again, not members of parliament. Anybody who talks not safe for this government. Are we on junta government? Or on a jungle, even a jungle, people in life then get respect for some certain people. Cash box. This will get for 15 years brutally. Now and thank God Monabu, not to Limba, not to Timini, not to Notana, not to APC, na SLPP. But we they join in this fight because for the fight for the people. All the family that's alone the bites of people, they all will affect them. Sometimes now, when I come safe, like get its own problem. Say, but I mind that now I talk and put me phone off. Now when I fight this, who they join in solidarity? See, who say we won't protest for everyone. Abu say we need to talk tomorrow. Me, I need to talk tomorrow as well. Yeah.
Now the word that.
Right.
Now the word that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Now the word that. If they don't release Edmond Abu, until they release him, now they come back. If he spend 21 days, day hour, we not say Salon people them. Worth standing for una, worth fighting for una. So across Sierra Leone, I think this message for reverberate. If we go across the country, everybody for understand. See, when you not buy this top up, the mobile company and they survive. They will not survive. That small money where you spend, that 1,000 where you go buy top up, that 2,000, that 3,000, that if you're available again, safe. That money they make mobile companies survive.
And Ibrahim, these governments rely heavily right now on their money.
Thank you.
Because they've been starved.
Thank you.
The international, the IMF and World Bank, they force them right now for paying money. And I make them they increase everything, every tariff, electricity, they increase them. Like now, like I don't know what they charge now for units for electricity, Ibrahim. So expensive. They rely on this money, and I believe, say, people have need for kind of like stab this government.
Absolutely.
Behave this guy.
Absolutely.
This is the only way. I mean, they're not going to tell you, say they will shoot you if you don't buy credit.
Thank you. So for owner, we support us them. I think say Sierra Leoneans as a whole, even if waiting, pass this message around, let we stand in solidarity with this brother. No top up buying. Nobody will buy no top up in that country until they release Edmond Abu. It not do bad. It not commit a crime. It stand up for the people. It stand up for democracy. It challenge this status quo. It say not right. What's gonna do so wrong? Now for owner, that makitu man where they sell pepper fish, that young man where they push on Molanke or wheelbarrow. Now for owner, he stand up for. So every one of una oh I'm Nande. If now you don't go lock up so they like a today for nothing. And most people don't go to jail for nothing. We don't get voice. We don't to Edmond Abu. Then they boku. So they use this opportunity for all them people who don't lock up for nothing at jail, including Edmond Abu. Now we stand for una top up rights. For all I get una forget access to data. Data and they rule the world. Internet rules the world. If you don't get data, you know italic. Una stop for share stuff now WhatsApp. Una stop for buy the data them. Una go see where the mobile. Una go see they release Edmond Abu 2 minutes. They don't release them. But the people get for do am. So Kashi, I don't know. Comrade not join me tomorrow. But what do you think, Kashi? You feel say this for BBC? We will last audio until they release Edmond Abu? Nobody had the bite top up?
I think this should be the last because Comrade saying they join, and I think we need to stand with them as well.
Absolutely.
And I think it should be the last until they release him.
Absolutely.
I totally agree.
Absolutely. Until Edmond Abu is released, the people show waiting a democracy, the power of the people for the people and by the people. The government derives its legitimacy from the people, its authority and its power from the people. Section 5, subsection 2 of the Constitution makes it very clear. And Monabu stand up for our rights in Section 16 of the Constitution. It is your right. Some people want to stand up for this guy now for once. Now, our responsibility across the country. No top up, no mobile company, no Biden top up there. Una do one green day alone, it hits the bottom line. One day. Then the revenue drop by millions of dollars. One day. Una not much on spend for day. You guys are spending millions of dollars a day for buy top up from these guys. Una get a power there. Una no say on a power. Una no say on a money. And then this man stand up for una, and the judge feels say because the challenger, if we go lock him up for 21 days. If Edmond Abu survive, they lock him for 21 days. Well, Salon people, una self get problem. And this is the time. Everybody. Now, we message the for listen, and they make you go buy top up. When message not the for listen, no, buy top up. Let we take an action. Let we take a stance as a people. This is what in Salon need. Let me stand by this guy. Now SLPP, I don't sabi one day, not sabi me one day. It don't support government saying for the fuel price will go up, but it stand for now. When this man, this particular one, so for the data, he said no, bo Parliament, wanna go pull all them here, wanna go increase, prices, man, people and all that stuff. He stand up for now, defend that.
You said, and to be honest, this guy, in as much as he can get some Obela business the way he can do, but Ibrahim, we don't take the fact say this QCL thing 9 points I'm out. We then force QCL for increase them from 150 leons per whatever tariff or so to like 500 leons. They rip the people them off. And QCL know too well say they make profit. But when it happen, the other companies them don't want to make like QCL can expose them. So they force QCL for go back to the 500 leons. Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
I remember, like when you talk about it, I remember clearly, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
And then the guy, they go down a court and all that, and then they're still fighting him. It's just not fair. Look, we they criticize them because of the kind of way they praise President Bio and all that, and they guy they are not consistent. But you know what, Ibrahim? They push whether they're black or white, as long as it catch Arata.
Yep.
Now we care about.
Absolutely. And also, Edmond Abu, you Native Consortium, all the people that really represent Edmond Abu right now, we have to write a letter to the JLSC, the Judicial Legal Service Commission. I think that the body that they want to keep for legal complaint to, for any judge or lawyer, for write a complaint against Fisher on this matter as well. But until then, we not do no audio for una, we not the kind of social media. We not they post na Facebook and they post na me Twitter and they do no live. Because now way you need data, especially for brother and sister. Now way you get data, and I ain't gonna make you for can watch what's in the happen. And they do nothing, and they post on Twitter, nothing until Edmond Abu is released. So if not 21 days, it's gonna take 21 days. But Salon people, we for stand by this brother. Stop for buy top up. Nobody not the buy top up. No top up. No do am until they release that brother. If they don't release Edmond Abu, no buy top up. I know say you get for do business. Like I will say, drive go. If you want to go see somebody, drive go meet that person. But for the next few days, they are. Until they release Edmond Abu, not buy no top up. You go see where this. Now the mobile company and they run and they go call the and they go tell the court say, "Me man, I forgot to release that man. Oh, una watch somebody's space." But we'll go left this message now. Around the 1 hour 3 minutes. Kashi, except if you want to round up here and come radio.
No. Well, the protest starts now for me, so that's
absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. All right, comrade. Okay. All right. Bye bye, everybody.